Hi, everybody. This is Heather Vickery, and welcome to this week's episode of Brave in Action. This is the weekly live show that I do where I share just a little bit of knowledge on different ways that you can step out of fear and into bravery in every part of your life. Just we spend anywhere from 10 to 20, 25 minutes together each week. And in that time, I hope that you connect with me. You ask questions, you answer questions. If you're here on Instagram, say hi. Please say hi. If you're on YouTube or Facebook. I want to know you're here. Say hi. I am having trouble still with the streaming platform. I can tell that there's a delay, and for that, I apologize. But if you say hi, be sure to leave your name because it's still not connecting and letting me know who it is that's talking. I can see it on Instagram, but I can't see it on Facebook or YouTube. Oh my goodness, what a week we've been having. What a week in the United States, in the world. The world is on fire. But as a woman in the United States, it's been a week. And this topic today is that asking for help is a sign of strength. And when I scheduled this topic, I really wanted to talk about it from a work perspective. I want to hit on that really quickly, and then we're going to pivot and really use real world examples of what's happening to talk about this. From a work perspective, whether you own your own business or you work for someone or you are the CEO of a major corporation or whatever it is, I want to remind you that there's no particular prize for the person who does it all and solves all the problems. Usually what happens if you're the person who does it all and solves all the problems and never asks for help and never asks for support is you burn out, you get angry, you get cranky, you start making mistakes, and people assume that you're going to fucking fix everything. So they don't take care of themselves. They don't show up and do their own things, or they don't problem solve or see who else they could go to. They always go to you. How many of you are that person? I have so many clients right now who are the person who solves all the problems. And because they're the person who solves all the problems, people just go straight to them. They don't try to figure shit out in any other way. And it crosses a lot of boundaries, and it makes us frustrated and angry and disappointed and short-tempered, and it's frustrating. And so you don't have to be like that. Asking for support, declaring what you need, giving people an opportunity to show up for you, that is a sign of strength. It is not a weakness. It is not you saying you can't handle it. It's not you saying you can't do the work or you don't know the thing. It's simply you saying, that's not going to work for me right now. Or in order to be the best version of myself, I want support, whether that's getting, if you own your own business, you do all of your work in your business and on your business. But what usually falls if you're doing it all on your own, the work in your business, right? Because you're serving the clients, you're doing the thing, you're making the product, whatever that is. And what you're not doing is growing your business or spending the time doing your marketing strategic plan or your goal setting, practicing those 3 R's: reassessment, reframing, resilience. You're not figuring out spending time to network and connect and ways to expand. You're not looking at your finances properly. All sorts of things go wrong when we do all of the work ourselves. So there are lots and lots of ways professionally to get help. And I'm here to tell you, if there's nothing else that you take away from the business end of this live show today, for goodness sakes, just because you can do it all doesn't mean you should do it all. You are not designed to do it all. Let other people support you, and it will, in the end, help you make money. I see Hanny here. And I love that you're here, Hanny, because Hanny is my right-hand person. She is my executive assistant, and I bow down to you, my beautiful friend, because Hanny makes my life and my business so much better. It functions better. My client experience is better. Our podcast guest experience is better. Everything is better because I trust Hanny to support the company. Right. And so it took a leap of faith. It does, because I get it. Your businesses are your babies and you want to hold on to them, and you don't want anybody else to put their fingers in the pot if they're not going to be invested and really care about what you're doing. But when you trust somebody, when you bring somebody in, like I have been able to bring in Hanny, and they really do care about the success of your business and your success, it changes everything. So, Hanny, I love you. Thank you. Appreciate you. But also, all of you, you can have support. You can also, you deserve support. Asking for support is not a sign of weakness in your personal life. I don't know if Chris Davis is still here, but you know, setting boundaries with your family, with your partner, that's a way of asking for support. I need help. I can't get the dinner done today. Or can we come up with a schedule where you do these chores and I do these chores, or where we rotate this? We've got a new puppy, right? Whose job is what with a new puppy? And does it switch by days? For us, it does. The puppy's up early in the morning. And neither of us really want to be up that early with the puppy. But on the mornings that I have to be up anyway to get the kids together and out the door to school, I get up and I take care of the puppy. The last evening walk is typically hers, unless she's traveling, then I have to do it all, right? But all things with flexibility and adaptability. That was last week's topic. If you missed it, go back and watch it on Instagram or YouTube, because we have to be able to bend and change and shift, right? If you need some help in your house, hi, Kristen, welcome. Whether you need help cleaning or cooking, having your groceries delivered, right? We learned a lot of these things during COVID, that we could outsource a lot of things. And there is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not bad. If you've decided that you don't want to do all of these tasks, you don't have to do all of these tasks. I understand fully that it's an incredibly privileged position to be in. But I would say, even if you aren't financially privileged to get help, maybe you can barter and trade. Trade babysitting with someone down the street. Trade meal prep and planning with other people in your community. There are lots and lots of ways to get support that don't necessarily come out of your bank account. So think about all of the things that cause you a lot of frustration in your life, and what would make it better? And what are some creative, out-of-the-box ways to solve that problem? What is possible if you let go of the story that you had to be the one to do everything? And if you let go of the story that asking for help made you look weak? It does not. Asking for help is a sign of strength. It is a sign of knowing yourself, of knowing your situation, your personal life, your business, your family well enough to know what's going to work, what could work better. So much of this is, if you have the ability to stop doing the things that you really dislike doing, or that you don't think you're very good at, and let other people who are very good at those things do their job, everyone elevates, right? And there are ways to do that with trades and barters. It doesn't have to be a money thing. It's really a mindset thing. And so I want to share a story, and it's a really interesting story. Actually, I think I talked a little bit about it in the book. Did I? It's been a couple of years. When I was first in the process of getting divorced, I started to do a lot more traveling for work. And I had little kids. I had a baby and other little kids. Everybody was in school. And it physically wasn't possible for me to get all of the things done that needed to get done to run my family while I was traveling. We weren't in a financial situation where I could hire a full-time nanny to do all of the things. And I realized that I was going to have to suck it up and ask my community members for some additional support. And I started tentatively reaching out and saying, I'm going to be gone on this day. Could you pick my kids up and take them to school, right? Their other parent could be home, get them ready, and they could get them off to school. Or can you pick my kid up after school and hang out at the park, and I'll be there. I even had, when I was running late from meetings, had one friend that I would call and I would say, I'm not going to make it on time, 15 minutes late. Can you pick up my kids and play at the playground, and I will meet you there? And of course, not everybody could say yes all the time, but most of the time, folks were so willing to step up and help and drive to birthday parties, or, do whatever it was. Sometimes there were meals. I can remember one instance where I was particularly feeling sad, and a good friend dropped off cake because she just wanted to bring me a treat to make me feel better. Interesting story about that friend and that friend's wonderful generosity that I'll share at the end that just happened yesterday. But I started finding ways to ask for help and giving that help as quickly as possible back. And I wouldn't wait for them to necessarily ask. I would offer, is there anything I can do? Oh, and I would know, like, if I was home and it was a birthday party, I'd say, why don't you let me pick up your kiddo and take them? You've been so generous and so helpful. So there are lots of ways to do that. What I discovered that I hadn't expected from that process was that people were very eager to be supportive and helpful. Because how do you all feel when somebody asks for your help or your support? You may be frustrated, maybe you're too busy, but most of the time we feel honored. We want to help people if we can. If it's within our capacity to support them, we want to support them. And as more and more people stepped up to help me get my life together and support my family, what surprised me most was the overwhelming sense of being loved and of feeling community. And it was really unexpected. And the byproduct of asking for support is receiving it. And in the receiving of that support, you are opening yourself up to that love. You are allowing yourself to be part of a bigger thing. And it feels amazing. It feels incredible to allow yourself to be supported and loved without guilt and without shame and without being hard on yourself. What an incredible thing we can do for ourselves and for other people. And there's so much to celebrate there. And the more we do it, the more of it is to celebrate and share and expand on and be grateful for. And I want that for all of you. And I had a laugh. So this friend who brought the cake, she and I have a little bit of a food connection. And just last night, with the news of the Supreme Court and everything going on, I'm going to eat your feelings kind of girl. And I'm very unapologetic about it. And I texted this friend. And I was like, where can a girl get warm, gooey chocolate chip cookies on a Tuesday night at 7:00? And she was like, I wish I knew. Anyway, a couple hours later, there were some cookies on my doorstep, which isn't, of course, why I texted her. But that is the kind of generous soul she is. I'm so touched and I'm so moved by the effort she took to make that happen for me. She didn't owe me anything. She just wanted to be a wonderful friend. And I'm going to hold that and I'm going to remember that. And I'm going to pay it forward, pay it back to her, pay it forward to others. When you see an opportunity. So the flip side of, and I love this so much, the flip side of when you need support, ask for it. People cannot give you what you want if they don't know what it is. They can't. They cannot give you what you want if they don't know what it is. We have to be clear, very clear in asking for what we want. Very, very clear. Do not assume that people know what you're thinking. Do not make assumptions. Ask for what you want clearly and concisely and intentionally. But the flip side of that is look for opportunities to do that same thing for other people. Find opportunities to see a need or a way to bring a smile to someone or just to bring a little joy. We are in this space that feels so joyless. We are responsible for then seeking out our own joy. We have to show up and do the work to be joyful. If I did not actively take that approach with all of the things happening right now, I would just not get out of bed. And trust me, some days that's what I want to do, or just go back into it. We're coming off of 2 years of pandemic, still not out of the woods. And then all of this, the whole fucking world is a dumpster fire, right? So how do we create our own joys, our own communities of joy? We are responsible for that. Celebrating gratitude, having a gratitude practice we know science proves will help you in that space. That's why I have my gratitude journals. I wrote and published those there, right there. If you want those, let me know. You don't have to do that. You can write a handwritten list in a journal. You can use your phone. The key is to make sure you write it out. Look for opportunities to be supported and look for opportunities to be supportive. and actively step into that space and pursue them. One of the things that I'm doing to bring myself connection and joy this year is following an instinct that says, when somebody crosses my mind, I'm going to reach out and invite them into conversation, because there's a reason that they've come across my mind. And I'm not going to just blow it off. I'm going to take 15 minutes out of my day or my week, and I'm going to say, I'd really like to reconnect with you. And you never know where that's going to grow, where you have the opportunity to offer support and receive support from those conversations. Or maybe it's just a few minutes of connection and joy, and that is okay too. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let's see, where are my Create Brave cards? Here they are. Do you guys have any questions, any thoughts? We got a lot of people on Instagram today. It's a little slow in the Facebook, YouTube space, and I'm wondering if it's because there was an issue with the feed, because we were having some difficulty before. But I do want to pull a Create Brave card. For those of you who are unfamiliar, I see my friend Kristen here. Kristen is going to get her deck finally in less than 2 weeks, because she is in Mexico, and I am taking a bunch of my clients and former clients to Mexico for a retreat that Kristen has planned to perfection. She is an incredible planner in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And she said to hold on to him and bring him to her in person. But I created these cards along with my wonderful, wonderful friend, Rachel Swanson. She's a creativity coach, and I am the Brave Method coach. And they are a combination of words and thoughts and affirmations that we use with a lot of our clients and with our own lives. And they're beautiful. Rachel did all the artwork. Can you guys see just how beautiful they are? Each card, this isn't the card I pulled for today. Each card comes with a focus word and an affirmation. And then there's a booklet that gives you coaching guidance and actionable, what we call them, Create Brave prompts. So I like to pull a Create Brave card at the end of each of our live shows and just see what the message is for all of us this week. So I'm going to pull a good one. Okay, Kristen says pull a good one, and I need a good one. They're all good. All right, let's see. Oh, it fell on the floor, Kristen. Your card fell on the floor. Shift. I am not stuck. I can change my mind, my path, and my plan. I'll share it with Instagram. Shift. How does that card make you feel, Kristen? I know some of the things going on for you, and I think this is a really perfect card for you. We can change our plans. We are not stuck just because we have said one thing. If we're practicing the Brave Method, the boundaries, the reassessment, the reframing, the resilience, the vulnerability, the authenticity, the accountability, if you're doing all of that, it means you have the right to change your fucking mind. You can shift courses. Progress is not linear. Progress doesn't go, zoop, it does this, right? It moves around. You can shift. You don't have to do things the way you've always done them. You are not stuck. It is interesting, right? I need to shift back to bed today, right? I feel that. I feel that, Kristen. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being amazing and for being here. It's always such a pleasure, and it helps me get out of whatever icky space I'm in by being here with all of you and sharing time with you. What resonated for you? Share it with me. Let's talk about it. I appreciate having you here. I will be here next week, and then we're taking a week off because I'll be in Puerto Vallarta with my clients for a retreat, and I am so ready. We're going to have an amazing time. So keep your eye on your email. If you don't already subscribe to my newsletter, go to vickeryandco.com/social, and you can sign up there, because I'm going to give you guys a little tidbit of something to work on your own the week that I'm gone, so that you can stay in this space of making your bravery actionable every day, every week. Thank you. This is Heather Vickery reminding you today and every day to choose bravely. Bye now. Hang on.